Pleasant good evening, each and everyone. Good evening to you if you're out there. And if I don't know you're watching, still a pleasant good evening to you. I don't know.
Oh lad, oh lad, oh lad. Turn up the mic. When I say I'm fed up with hard.
I. Tell me what I do wrong again. Anyway, the Apple show is here. Spread the news, spread the virus, spread it like a virus that I'm here with my eyes closed, halfway sleeping, but I'm here. So we are going to, if you're with me tonight, then I really appreciate you for being here. And problem, I know you're going to be up watching. I know you're going to be up watching to tell me how my eyes look like. I need some sleep and all that great stuff, but it's Monday. It's one of those days, my day. It's one of those days. It's one of those days. But the Apple show is here. Okay, I start my show, and this program is not about waiting for the massive to log on. It's about a show that has to be done and aired and out. And the most important thing, it's you, my people, and those businesses that is out there pushing themselves and doing great things in the community. And remember, if you want to promote yourself on this program, feel free to talk to me, talk to Moy. Let's get it rolling. Well, I know some people, they don't say, well, hey, Avril, I'm watching. They don't care to tell me they're watching, and I respect you. But if you're out there, pleasant good evening to you. And remember, it's all about this coming up that I'm going to be talking about tonight. I'm babbling. I'm going to jump into a few things and leave you to think about that. It's not about me to talk about it.
Yeah, this is being a man representing for Avril. Let me say Avril, me mean Avril. Let me say Avril, me mean Avril.
And if Beanie Man can say that with fire under it, then you know this is the show. Who else but the Avil Show? The number one show, the biggest show, the baddest show around town. Bigger than NBC, CBS, any one of those names you want to call. This is the biggest show. Because you know what we're dealing with here? We're dealing with our community. We're dealing with what's going on. Sharon Hall, Faith Foster, Cheryl DeWitt. We are dealing with our community. And when we are dealing with our community, then we are doing something. The problem with us as a people, we're looking for the big things, the big shows, the big this and the big that. But we forget the little people who they don't remember that the big people made it from being the little people. So we have to encourage each other, push each other that, it's not about getting there, getting big. It's about just making a difference. So this is what this show is all about. And for me, Most people sometimes they say, "Oh my gosh, I miss half of the show." This show starts on time because it's not a show that it's free. It's a show that is paying for itself. It's a show that businesses look up to and care for and want the word to be out that they exist. So those are the businesses that you see on the screen. And if you want your business or something to be aired here, give me a call. But anyway, let me say something. On October 26th, you're gonna tired of hearing it tonight. Because Saturday morning, October 26th, right here at Eastwood Manor in the Bronx, is the first day of election, and we are doing it different here in the Bronx. Some people think it's a prayer. They think it's a prayer breakfast. So it's they come in there just to hear some prayer. But we need that more than ever. But what's gonna transpire in that place is gonna leave you speechless. So make sure you're there, because I don't want to hear, "Oh, I wish I had come. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be like that. Oh, why this?" And you know what bothers me is the people that say to me, "You don't invite me to your events." Now, all the other people that is coming, I didn't invite them. I put the flyer out, I put the memo out, it's out there, and people are buying their tickets. But it seems to me that the people that are closest to us always find an excuse for why they don't support you. They want you to call them, text them personally and say, "Would you are you coming to my event?" Or, "I don't mind if I know you and I can send you a flyer or send you what's going on." But you're trying to tell me you see it on social media, but you're telling me you did not invite me. I don't remember there's a show at the Apollo and anyone invites you from the Apollo. They put it out there as an event, and you buy your ticket and you show up. But because you know Avril personally, and I'm that little girl from the little village who had one shoes going to church and one going to school, you take me for granted. You didn't invite me to your event. What is an invite if it's a paid event? Anything that your money can pay for, buy it, go and enjoy yourself. Stop telling me the nonsense. "Oh, well, you don't invite me." I didn't know I have to special invite you when I put the advertisement out there, put the flyer out there, and let you know this is an event I'm causing. It's cost $60. Come on out Saturday morning. Let me tell you something. Encourage somebody to come with you, because this is not going to be the kind of event that you want to take in for yourself. It's the kind of event that it's called "You Made Me Stronger." That's I will Sharon Hull. I know you support what I do. You come to find out what's going on. That's what I'm talking about. If the flyers say "You make me stronger," it's a prayer breakfast. A motivational speaker is coming. Evangelist Bridget Blucher is coming to tear the house down. We're going to have a Bina Armory who's going to open you up with some warm tributes. And let me tell you something. And we're honoring two people in the community who is making a difference: faith and leadership. So let me tell you something. This is not the average prayer breakfast. We have Pastor Judith Estelle who is coming to tear the place down with a powerful anointing and prayer on everybody. Let me tell you something. When God out of my path, I step out. I step out in faith. I'm not stepping out wondering if it's going to be successful, how many people going to show up. Who is going to be there is going to be there. Trust me. If they're not there, they wasn't coming. Who is going to be in the house is going to be there Saturday morning. The doors open at 8 o'clock. Be there. Don't miss a thing about this. So we have Shelly Fan Fan who is traveling to New York to take us on another level with her motivational speaking. It's a morning of praying. It's a morning of praying for our community, for our leaders. It's a morning to shake off some of the anxiety and depression and sadness and what we was going through or going through. We're going to hold each other in there. Saturday morning is going to be like a family coming together, pray together, dance together, eat together, sing together. It's a start of something new. Be there in the house and don't miss it. Our leaders need praying for. Our community need praying for. Our schools need praying for. Our children need praying for. Our country need praying for. So you're not coming in there and taking that anointing home for yourself. Let me tell you something. It's going to be a morning to remember how important you are to people. It says a lot because let me tell you something. Harela Cardi, thank you for chiming in. It's something when you hear that something is happening, right? All you got to do is advertise carnival, a boat ride, a party, and all those stuff, right? But you advertise a prayer breakfast. Some people get confused. The minute they see prayer, they think they're going to church. It's all about prayer. Man, you know you need more prayer than ever. So you should say, I'm going there because I need some prayer on my life. That prayer can floods over your children's life or your household life. We all need prayer. But you are going to be in surprise if you're not there what you're going to miss. See, the days of me bringing things live, I feel like it has to end. Because if you're going to stay home and say, you're going to bring it live, why am I bringing something live that somebody else is paying for? I'm not doing it. I'll give you a tease of it, show you what you're missing. You know, like when you meet these men and they tease you and you feel good and you say, oh my God, that's the feeling I want to give you. You know, when you get a new car and you jump in and it smells fresh and you say, oh my God, that's the feeling I'm going to give you. So if you're not there Saturday morning, you know, thank you so much, Harela Carty. Thank you so much for your words of encouragement. If you are not in the house, you're going to miss something. So tell your neighbor, tell your friend, tell somebody to be at Eastwood Manor on October 26th, this coming Saturday, and come to tear the house down with us. We can't do it alone. You have 100 black men in law enforcement. I need 100 black women and men at Eastwood Manor Saturday morning. And I told someone today, if it's only 50 people show up, that's the 50 people we're going to go with. If it's 60 people show up, that's the 60 people who was coming out to make it happen. So no matter what you're going through, people, if you don't pray on our elected officials, if we don't pray on our government, if we don't pray on our schools, our children, our family, we're lost. Because when you look around what's going on today, if you take prayer for granted, then miss Saturday morning at 8 a.m. We're going to be in the Eastwood Manor eating and oh my goodness, I'm telling you, you're going to hold your seat and at the same time, you're going to get up and dance because it's not going to be a morning to sit down. I'm here to tell you tonight, out of my mess, God gave me my message. And that's what I deliver to the people. I'm not here to compete. I'm not here to fight against anyone because I'm so fired up. And God has placed so much thing in my life, what He called me to do. I don't have the time to think about the negative. So even when you come in with it, and even when I'm going through my storm, you see I'm still out there acting like a clown sometimes. That's how I beat the challenges of life. I don't sit down, moan and groan, and forget that God have His hands on me. So no matter what you're going through, my people, just remember, if you want your blessing, you got to bless other people. Don't curse people and think blessing gonna flow. You cannot go out and plant a bad seed, but standing there waiting for fruits to grow and good fruits. No, what you sow is what you reap. You understand? Tonight, I'm not talking about no P-Diddy and our New York City mayor. Before I talk about them, I pray. Okay, I don't have time to knock people when they're going through their downtime because while you're knocking people, trust me, God would allow you to walk in their shoes for one day. One day, God would allow you to walk in the shoe of those people that you're watching other people destroy and you're laughing. People, turn away from the negative. I saw a church, I don't know if it's Jamaica, Sharon, you probably know. and they are fighting in the church until it turned into the curse word, and they want to kill each other in the church. But I'm going to say, people, stop get so excited. Not everybody that go to church are saved. So if somebody in the church start to cuss out the pastor and tell the pastor a couple choice words, don't get excited. Pray for that person. It mean they were going to church, as we all do. Doesn't mean that we're saved. So we get so excited. And let me tell you something. One person posted, and about 50 more people post that video. Guys, excitement. Try posting my video. Try posting my flyer and tell me how many people that follow me post my flyer so someone else can get it. An elderly man called me today. He want to come. Somebody show him the flyer. He wants to come to the event, but he don't know anything about Zelle. And I said to him, sir, I will not turn you down. I will put your name down. He said, I'll have your money in an envelope. I said, when you come to the door, look for me. I'll take care of you. I'm not going to stop that man from getting his a blessing because he don't know how to sell. It's our duty to teach our seniors. So let me tell you something. I already recognize that if you're not big and famous and have a big name, people don't bother with you. The minute you reach up there, that's when everybody wants to be associating themselves with you because you have a big name. But they don't even know how you got there. It was other people who saw them, saw their worth, and helped to push them to where they are today. But you come now want to feed off of somebody else now. But the people that's in your community who trying to make a difference, who needs the help, you don't support them. But the minute somebody on the outside take them, bless them, and make them to be somebody that God called them to be, then everybody remember they know them, they went to school with them, and how they grew up with them, and all these things. People, we are living in a world today that is just chaotic. I am so sorry for the next generation that's coming our way. I saw our assembly speaker, Carl Hasty, in some state. I don't know if it's Chicago or some state down there. Everybody's out rallying and doing what they have to do for this election. This is how serious it is. And we need to pay attention to what's going on. If you could see Donald Trump come in the Bronx in barber shop, talking to barbers about what he will do if he get in office, I'm confused. The reason I'm confused is this. You have a person that was in office before. Our country, some will be against me by saying that's not true. Some will say they were doing better when he was in office. Everybody have their leaders that they stand up for. But our country went through what it went through and they vote him out. And you tell me this election come around where we're listening to the same Donald Trump telling us when he go in there, all the good things he's going to do for America. My people, you listen to St. Kitts, it's the same thing I'm hearing down there. If you vote for me, but you was in there 4 years ago. Then how is it 4 years later we're supposed to put you back in there and you will make the country great again? Let me tell you something. It's time for us to give somebody else a chance. Give somebody else a chance to make our country, our community great again. Because if you turn around and see the leaders that are doing and making things happen, I walk into Councilman Kevin Riley office all the time and it's open and I can go in and talk to them. But anyway, let me big up Simone Jones. Simone got awarded last Saturday at here in the Bronx, and she got award by the Rough Riders. Now, when I got the invite, I'm not lying, I'm not strained, but here it is. When I got the invite, and it says the Rough Riders, I'm gonna tell you more about that. All kind of thing. I said, who is Rough Rider here? And why they call themselves Rough Riders? Are they men? Are they women? All kind of things were going through my head. But let me tell you something. They come out of the hip hop world, and I'm telling you, whether they're old or young and in between, they know the songs. They can take you back into history. They say hip hop come out of the Bronx, and they was out there showing you. So it was a great event. Thank you to Simone Jones and the Rough Riders for introducing me to the Rough Riders. I love the name. I'm going to use that more often, but I'm going to tell you why I love the name later on. But tonight, I'm here to encourage you, my people. Early voting start October 26th. When you finish eating breakfast, with me, please go out and vote and get it out the way. But if you want the excitement on November 5th with me, when I'm out there with my porridge in my hand walking through the whole Bronx, let me tell you something. I'm going to ask Henry Marsham to make me some porridge that morning. I'm taking the pot in the car. I'm going to eat porridge at every poll in the Bronx. We are voting. Bring your cup, bring your spoon, bring your bowl, bring something. I'm going to have porridge with me. And I know somebody who's going to say, Jesus, porridge again? Well, if it's in the morning. So come on out and enjoy some porridge with me and the Rough Riders. I like that. I like them, the Rough Riders. I just know there was a lot of men in that organization. The minute I hear the name Rough Riders, well, yes, just Simone, yes, she deserved that, and oh, she had a thing going on when they called her name. Michelle, good evening to you. So let me tell you something. October 26th, come on out. I dare you to miss this, and when you miss it, you will never get it again. This is like getting a good husband or a good wife and you mess it up. And no matter what you go through in your life, you can't find another good thing. You just have to be settling and settling and settling. You understand? So just come on out. You might have one of the Rough Riders at that prayer breakfast because everybody needs some prayer. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a beautiful morning. It's going to be a beautiful morning. I don't even want food that morning. I don't even want porridge. I just want the prayer and the anointing and to listen to Shelly Fan, who is traveling all the way here to New York. I told her I don't want to know her topic. I just say I don't want to know her topic. Leave me a bowl, Miss Francis. Courtney Wallace, I'll leave you two bowl. But the way I eat now, I'm going to share that with a lot of people, the few people that listen to me. I listen to me. Let me tell you something. They don't have to listen now. They listen later. Some people choose to listen later. Some people are asleep. Some people on the street. People coming home. People listen to things different time. But for right now, for those who are listening to me right now, I am going to teach you what I have been eating. That somebody said to me, they feel my stomach and they thought that I was wearing spandex. I don't wear spandex. I don't wear it. I have no reason to. I'll tell you how to keep that stomach down and how to maintain what you have. You understand? If I hit the gym, y'all been in trouble. Now I'll join the Rough Rider after that. I'm telling you, the day I hit the gym, I'm going to join the Rough Riders. So just leave me where I'm at. But this Saturday, if you're in Jersey, wherever you are, drive to the Bronx and come join us at this powerful You Made Me Stronger. And you're going to find out why the name of the event is You Make Me Stronger. And I put Simone Jones to work, Cheryl. That's right. She's going to be working that morning, and Avril just going to be at the door. I just love to be in the back and watch things happen and watch things flow. You don't always have to be in the spotlight. That's not for me. But I thank my DJ, Chico, Alan, my photographer, who is coming out, Bronx Net. Big up yourself. We don't need too much cameras in the house because we're going to move in that place and shake the place down. People, pray for our young people. On a serious note, pray for the generation now. I watched TikTok and I started to get anxiety. I was getting anxiety. I couldn't believe some of the videos that was popping up on TikTok. I was getting anxiety. But I'm going to tell you something. That's why I tell you, don't worry about the election. Worry about voting and put somebody in office who is going to help our community, our youths, the violence that's going on around us, the fear that people living in today. We're living in chaos. I have never seen the world in such a mess. And people will say it was like this many years ago. Honey, I didn't never seen this coming up. You have villages right now that we don't even know. People are afraid to even call themselves the villagers because you can't talk to these young people today. You can't tell most of these young people not to do this, not to do that. One young man told me if they didn't want him to smoke weed, they wouldn't bring it into our community. So what he's saying, if they legalize it and it's here, I'm gonna smoke it. I said, brother, that's the trap. That's the setup. They got you. You see, they just lay it out right there and see who's going to fall for it. I said, why couldn't you be one of the young men that say, you're not getting me because I know you brought it here to destroy our community. Check out other communities. Just get out of the Bronx and go a little way up. Go into some other communities and see if you see some of the things that you see happening in the Bronx. They tell you the Bronx is number one in obesity, the Bronx is number one in crime, the Bronx is number one in everything negative. So, what are you telling me? What are you telling me? So, I'm going to waste time talking about the mayor? No, I want to talk about the people that we have in our community to lead our community because it's our community that matters. It's where you live. So, you could live in New York City all your life, but it all depends on where in New York City you live. Do you care about your community? Then go out and vote. Vote for the right people. They used to say cancer was the leading cause of death, but I'm seeing violence is the number one cause of death today. But let me tell you something. I'm not going to stay here with you tonight. Right now. I'm going to say something between me and you. I didn't know that painting was such a tough job. When you move into an apartment and it's empty, you're moving like nothing. Try saying you're going to do some painting and start changing around and going through and moving stuff around. It's a hell of a job. I need a man. I need a man. I'm not living by myself anymore. After tonight, I'm putting it out there. I need a man. I'm tired of saying I can do this by myself and I don't need no man. That's a lie. I wish I had a man tonight to help me move this bed. So spread the word. I've will done with that single life. I need a man. I'm posting it tonight. Okay? So I want to encourage you, my people. If you have your sons and daughters and they can vote, help them to register to vote and help them to make a difference in the community that you live and you serve. Harel, I'm being a good girl. You understand? We don't understand. Stella, that's me. Gotta get my groove on. I'm done with it. Well, I don't need a man. I'm single. No, no, no. We need somebody. We need somebody. This thing about being alone is nonsense. It's over. I'm opening up a single thing going on here in the Bronx. I want an elected officials who could help me find a man. That's the man I'm voting for. A man who could help me find a man. That's who I'm voting for. After this, that's it. The world gonna be a better place for you and me. So people, see you on October 26th. Doors open at 8 a.m. And remember, Avril don't talk much anymore. I come here to give you the punchline and keep it moving. There is no reason for all this talking. You talk, talk, talk sometime, and some people still ain't get it. So what's the purpose of you continue to talk? Go out and vote, and let's remember, who are we voting for? Kamala Harris. I'm proud to say I'm voting for Kamala Harris and who comes with her. Okay, so that's the package deal. We are voting Kamala Harris. And remember to flip the ballot on the back, as Kevin Riley say, flip the ballot on the back. Don't just look on the front, flip it on the back. And we need to understand that too. So I'm going to put it up again. I put it up before and I'm going to put it again. Flip the ballot on the back and make sure we understand what we are voting for. October 26th into November 3rd and November 5th, it's the big election. See you with your bowl or your cup. Meet me at the polls. I'm going to be all over, all over. So don't check for me one spot because while you come this way, I'm the other way. I love my people so much. I just want to see a change because my concern is our next generation. I'm scared for my young people. Every week I'm going to hit you with a little sum because that's the tease. You know how good it feels to be teased sometimes. You have somebody come behind you and tickle you and you it feels so good. So a little tea sometime. It feels good. It keeps the blood flowing. No matter how old you are. I believe I'm not gonna get married, somebody said, until maybe I'm 80. And if that's when I get married, we're gonna live till we're 100 years old. It doesn't matter. As long as you enjoy one day of happiness, that's all you need. And you remember that for the rest of your life. You don't need nothing else. Try to focus on the happy times in your life. If you even lose a loved one, focus on the happy times. The times you shared together that was so wonderful. If you even had a love in your life and they left you, focus on the happy times and you could bring that back as long as you have life. You could bring the happy times back, right, Courtney? If you had loved me and you abuse it and you dump me and you find somebody who wasn't better than me, sometimes it better you just go back on your knees and say, forgive me. I want my happy times back and go back to it. But if you see it wasn't good, run. Even when you think about it, run. And when people say where you're running from, they won't understand. Just run from it every second you can. Don't go back to nothing that cause you pain and misery. But if it caused you something good and you could remember good things, go back. What's wrong with going back? Sometimes we make mistakes. But if it was good and you know how it made you feel and you know it make your blood cool when you see that person, it means there is still love in your heart. If God is a God of a second chance and God can forgive how many times, why can't we forgive the person we love? You understand? But some people, when you're done with them, you could look on the Bible and say, never in a million years me will go back there. So. But if you see you screw up and you make a little mistake and you lose them and you feel like you could make it work again, do it. Me ain't talking about if the person was beating you up, but the bedroom was nice and all you think about the bedroom. May I talk about if they bring love and this joy in your life that every time you think about it, you can't sleep. You just want it back. God is speaking to you. So next week, I'm going to quote you on love and how to win the love back that you lost. Hear them out there now. I wonder how come she win back the love that she lost. How you know me not win it back? Sometimes we're running away from what God placed in our life. That's the confusion right there. So I'm going to help you with that confusion next week. Remember to tune in next week when Avril going to tell you how to bring back love. All right? But see you on October 26th. Tell your neighbor. If you can't come, send somebody. Send somebody and let your blessing flow. Some of you like to look on me and say, are you proud of me? But you won't even support what I'm doing. That's the part that hurt. How come you not support nothing I do? How come you do not say, let me just send a donation? Let me buy a ticket and send somebody who can't go. What is wrong with that? It's called supporting. It's called supporting. Don't tell me you love me and you like what I'm doing, but you don't even donate to my scholarship and my cancer foundation. Ask me how to do that. The Avril Show at yahoo.com. That's the Zelle for the foundation. Send a note. Info dot the Avril Show at yahoo.com. You can't love me and like what I'm doing and don't support what I'm doing. That's a double-edged sword right there. So people, October 26th, don't let the blessing flow and you miss it. If you can't be there, support it. Because when your name is called, you know when God call you home, he's going to say, welcome home, my good and faithful servant. You know why he said that? Because of the good that you have done. You don't have to boast about what you do. Just do it. It's not about, well, I'm not going to be there, so why am I supporting it? You're supporting someone else. You're giving back. You're making a difference. You're helping to make something good happen that Avril is doing. How can you love me but don't support me? I'll see you on October 26th, my people. And if it's only 50 people in the house, we're going to tear that place down. So get ready. Doors open at 8 a.m. Don't miss it. Tickets are $60. It's going to be a day you don't forget. It's going to make you feel like it's your first love. said, I am lost. And I don't even know why. That's what the song say. That's another thing to talk about. I'm lost and I don't even know why. That's not a good way to be lost. But that's my girl right there. It's my friend. So you see, I have friends in all areas of life. Saved, unsaved, in the middle, on the way in, some on the way out. They're all my friends. But never separate yourself from the people of God. He created all of us, and we are no different in His eyes. So I pray that one day she not lost anymore, and she will know why. My people, God love you, and so do I. And remember, no matter what you do in this life, God have forgiven you. Once you ask Him for forgiveness, move on and capture the next step in your life. That's the woman or the man. Because tonight I'm posting it. I don't want to be single anymore because I can't move my bed by myself. Mm, mm. All right.
Hey, it's your girl, The Flame, and you are now in tune to the Avro Show. Keep it locked right here.
All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm just going to finish my packing. I said, I'm so tired. I never know. A paint job would make me feel like I need a man again. I do. This is too much. I'm out.